How did you cope with the distance between us? That thing you're thinking can never be you. Can absolutely
and be
100%
over you. Exactly. So that thing you are so confident about.
I've told Casey, I said, if a woman comes to meet me and says, my husband, my partner, my boyfriend, whatever male figure in her life did something,
you will believe.
I will believe.
That is a
without even hearing his side of the story. The woman is right first. The man is guilty until proven innocent.
That's a myopic way of viewing
No problem, I'm myopic.
If you see my baby back, he be give that. She's happy do, she's happy cook. Love you live and to no man. If you see her move, oh yeah they bang, my body be there move. Show you off, I show you off. I'm in love, I need you more. If you come, I go come for the junction.
How you guys doing? Nice to be in your faces again. It's going to like 3 years since we had a sit down video, since we filmed
almost
together.
3 years. Last time was 2022.
That was October before you left.
Exactly.
And,
I left with a bang.
You didn't leave with a bang. You left with a wala. And it's nice to be in your faces again, our fans, our family. We love you guys, and we need to grow.
We have fans.
Yeah, I have.
I don't think so. We have family members.
You don't know. The funny thing is that you don't regard me.
What's funny about that?
You don't regard me.
A fact.
Yesterday everybody like, Casey, oh, we love you. Oh, like,
do I look like I don't understand?
You don't.
You guys, we went for one show.
Yeah.
After Casey's performance, people were trying to take pictures with him and everything. I was just like, I don't get. Is it the Casey I know or someone else? Because
see, it's your people that won't rate you. The people that know you,
exactly. So
they will not rate you. So nice to be back, and the story long.
No. Y'all literally knock me out. Somebody sent a comment last week, and I think we haven't posted in 2 weeks. If we don't post this week, it's gonna be the 3rd week. So I told Casey, we owe it to our family members to actually do something. But someone commented, and I found it so sweet. So remember the last vlog where I said, I don't want you guys to hype Casey in the comment section that is getting to his head. His head is beginning to swell, everything. But I was joking when I said it, right? So last week, somebody went back to that old vlog and she was like, you guys are not posting vlogs anymore. What's going on? Then she went to another video and also commented and said, please don't remove Casey from your videos. We love him and we want to see him on your channel. I was just like having a blast because in my head I'm like, I was joking, but that's so sweet that she actually came to say that. Like, that's so sweet. Like, whoever you are, send me a DM. I owe you a gift, a nice outfit from Shein.
You don't know who I am. My person.
I know who you are.
Nobody. If I enter the room everywhere, boss.
What should I do with that?
Everywhere, boss. But you don't rate me. Because you have seen my nakedness.
Exactly.
You have seen me.
That's why I protect mine from you. Period.
I know you'll be wondering, where have you guys been for over 2 years? You've not been together. What happened? I know your ears are itching. You want to hear this. But that's why we're back now. We give you the full gist in between videos, in between everything.
I do feel like most people know. Because it's obvious. I moved to Canada. We didn't move together.
Yeah.
But one question, I put a poll up on Instagram and I said, ask us questions. And one question that stood out to me was, how did you guys cope with the distance, with the long distance? The short answer to that question is, we didn't cope.
Yeah.
But it's a long story.
It's a story.
The long answer to that is, I don't think it's something to talk about right now.
Yeah.
Or should I say we didn't cope? Is that a good language to use?
No, we coped, Cha. That's it. Because if we didn't cope, we won't be here doing video.
I feel like we didn't cope, but we found our way back to each other.
So that does not really explain it though. But the thing about this talk is that it's not something you can sit down and be talking. It's in between videos. It's not something like it's going to be like a Netflix documentary.
Yeah,
it will be so serious and everything.
But the question is, okay, let me ask you the question. How did you cope with the long distance? How did you cope with the distance between us? Separation per se, or the distance?
How did I cope? The thing is, when we started dating, we were not together. You were in Dubai, I was in Nigeria.
Yeah, but
So
I'm talking of we got married.
We got married
together for a bit.
So my mind is I'm married. So what is required of me as a married man, irrespective whether I'm with my wife or not with my wife, it stays. So that has been my mindset.
Well, you know the funny thing, people kept reaching out to me and saying, "Oh, I ran into Casey in Lagos. He's still wearing his wedding ring. I saw Casey at a show. His wedding ring was on his finger. I watched Casey's jokes. He was talking about you. I went to a comedy show. I saw his ring on his finger. I saw the things he posted on social media. He's still wearing his ring." So I kept getting a lot of that. Even when we're having the challenges that come with distance and other marital shenanigans. Other marital things that... Bro, the day we give that story time, Netflix has to buy it.
As in,
because
it's a food documentary.
Because so I don't want it to be like that phase of our life never happened.
It happened.
We are acknowledging it, but the good thing is we have solid people in our lives. Like when I say really solid, at the time it didn't make sense to me and it didn't seem like they were being solid in my corner. But now I see that everyone was just looking out for the best interest for both me and Casey.
It depends on how you look at it. Even on my side, I'll be like, these people, they are not supporting me or they are not being in my corner. But at the end of the day, you discover that it's all for your own good.
But I feel like the key people, the core people, the family members, everybody has always been in your corner.
No, on my own side, I was getting everything. Why you were getting the whole...
Because women are always right. Period. I've told Casey, I said, if a woman comes to meet me and says, my husband, my partner, my boyfriend, whatever male figure in her life did something,
you will believe.
I will believe.
That is a
without even hearing his side of the story. The woman is right first. The man is guilty until proven innocent.
That's a myopic way of viewing
No
things.
problem, I'm myopic.
It is very short-sighted.
No wahala, I'm short-sighted.
You are not seeing things.
No problem, I don't want to see things.
I beg. You must look at... That's the difference between...
I digress.
That's the difference between a man and a woman. Women are not realistic.
So anyways, we kind of low-key also just want to... And in a way, in a sense, our online community also sort of kept me accountable in a sense.
Yeah, because the thing is, I run into people in Lagos.
No, I mean online community, not like you see them physically. Like knowing we have an online family. Yeah. That was just something at the back of my head, like, okay, you know. So you guys really...
For me, apart from the online community or anything somebody has built online or something like that, for me, it was me...
You as a person. You and your God.
Me and my God as a person. So it wasn't about online community.
So no matter what happened, like in that space of time, Casey has always been committed and dedicated. Right?
So
like I remember one time I even fought him and I was like, bro, why you want to rain on my parade? We can't even. I'm talking around the story because we can't really. But you know what? Maybe one day we would actually sit down and talk about it. But today is not the day.
Yeah, so I've learned now to take life one day at a time.
That thing you're thinking can never be you. Can absolutely 100%
over you. Exactly. So that thing you are so confident about. That me can
never happen to me. I'm not this kind of person. I can never do that.
I can never. Calm down.
Just zip your lips. So I can never do this. When I'm married, I'm going to this one.
So calm down. What the whole fiasco and everything has taught me, just to be humble.
Yeah.
Be humble in your marriage and be humble in God.
Yeah. Because before we started like having... The truth is, we had challenges. Every marriage has challenges, right?
Most definitely.
So before we started facing ours, and sometimes I'm always like grateful. I'm like, you know what? I'm grateful it happened early, so we sort out those things and then move through life together. Yeah. Because I can't imagine this happening, God forbid, 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, or something when I just want to be relaxed and with my grandkids and stuff.
Do you know what I've realized?
You interrupted me.
Sorry, dear. continue.
I was saying, period. So in the night, you've even made me lose my train of thought.
You see, we are talking about if it happened like 25 years in. And I discovered now why when marriages of 10, 20, 15 years have issues, is more damaging than early marriages.
Yeah.
Because imagine this thing happened 25, 30 years.
Because I feel like if you're gonna leave early, move on, find your person or whatever. If you're gonna work things out. But like,
the thing is, you can't be so confident of what will happen. You can't be so proud.
I remember what I was saying. I was saying, like, before we started having our challenges, they say marry your best friend. I tick that box. Marry a God-fearing person. I tick that box. Marry a man who loves you. I tick that box. Marry a man whose family loves you. I tick that box. Marry your family loves you. Like all the boxes were ticked and checked, in my personal opinion. So I literally thought our marriage was just going to be a cruise, smooth sailing, walk in the park, not one challenge. We are best friends and everything. So by the time we now started going through our own marital challenges, don't let anybody lie to you. Well, there might be some marriages that actually don't have any challenges. It's possible.
So challenges,
but challenges vary.
Exactly,
challenges vary. It might not be like you guys are challenging each other. It might be something else that you guys are walking through as a couple. So
something you are going through.
TLDR, whatever.
Which one is TLDR?
Too long, didn't read. You see, when I always try to update you, you don't want to be updated.
It is all this your TikTok character now.
But whatever.
This TikTok character of abbreviating
what is TikTok
everything.
character?
That character when I don't get.
It's a Gen Z body.
They
So as I was saying,
say it again.
So as I was saying, like, you feel like I was trying to add to your point where you were saying be humble.
Be humble.
Because I felt not even in a humble way, not even in a bragging way. I
felt like the same thing that we'd be guys, we'd be best friends.
Between me and Casey. Like
I felt the same way
like
too.
I would
so
have
much
never
confident.
If you had shown me you should have shown me like a prophecy or something, or told me, oh, in the future you and Casey will go through this, that, and the third. I would have been like, you must be a clown. But when we started going through this, that, and the third, like sometimes I don't even know how to react in the moment. I'm just like in shock, like what is going on? Is this me and Casey?
So there are some times I'll be like, is this thing really happening, or I'm dreaming? Like I'll be like, what's happening?
Yeah, like, is this my life?
Is this my life?
Is this my life? I was just withdrawing to myself, like, is this my life? What is going on? Like, you can't talk about it. You can't. You're just in just trying to process what is going on.
That was what I was talking about the humility in what God has given to you.
But the good thing is,
like the humility that God, you gave me this thing and you gave me as a gift. I will handle it with so much humility and everything. Not that we were proud, we were overconfident.
I would say we were just confident. We were just clueless. Like,
yes, we were clueless. Anything could go.
Yeah.
We didn't even think about things that can trigger all these things. So
I think that if we didn't have that distance, it wouldn't have the gravity. We would have walked through things easy. We wouldn't have the things that were issues. Would never have been issues. And that's why when people say, "Oh, I can never do a long distance marriage or long distance relationship," I used to be like, because me and you were long distance for the longest time.
But anyways, it wasn't marriage. Marriage is a different
exactly,
ballgame.
and it made it work. And we can't even compare. We're two different kind of individuals. I trust Casey, so even with the distance, it's like whatever, and vice versa, right? So when everything started going on, then I realized, like, okay, distance can actually make or break something. I always think in my head, like, if Casey had come with me on that flight to Canada, and we just entered Canada together, our problems would have been our challenges would have been reduced by 90%. 99%. Maybe we would have still had our regular, you didn't dash money for this, you didn't this one, or our regular whatever.
Just regular banter and
in fact, not 90%, like 900%. But one day we'll talk about it in detail, in depth.
So when you traveled and I was in Nigeria, I was like, man, I got to move. So my, like, people around, like, not my friends, like people who saw that my career was already growing in Nigeria. Like, Baba, with everything when you don't work for like 2 years, now not the time for you to enjoy the work you put into your craft. You are headlining shows now. Do you want to leave? And I thought about it. I was like, it was a decision to make between my marriage, my family, and my career. And at the end of it, I was like, man, my family and my marriage first. You understand?
You remember you were telling, when we went out on your birthday, that you were telling us how like it got so bad that at some point you were really in a really bad space, and
yes,
you thought of like, you know what, this could be the end. This must be the end.
Yeah, I won't say some things because if I say it, my mom might watch this podcast. End of something not good at all. End
that can never come back.
As in, very crazy.
If you're wise, you read between the lines.
That was 2023 June.
Yeah,
that was before my birthday.
So we said all of these shenanigans to say, how did we cope with the distance? I would say, number one, the distance was a mistake. It should never have happened.
Yeah,
and it's Casey's fault.
No,
but it's okay.
Don't want to be.
We've moved past that.
You know, my dad said that thing.
The distance should never have happened.
Sorry to cut. You know, my dad said it when you were traveling. It was like, only you, that it is better.
You see why they say like what your parents see.
Like my dad just said, when my dad was saying it, he said it with so much. He was just saying it like normal.
Yeah, so we didn't really pay attention.
We didn't know the depth of what he was saying.
We didn't know like
it's like only you're supposed to go with.
And in our heads we're just like, well, like, really not that much of a big deal.
So
right?
in my head when you were traveling, what I was thinking that within 6 months or 1 year, I don't go.
Yeah.
But when you travel, complications started happening. You know the way Canada work. You have to get a job first. Have to get a place.
It's just a long story.
It's a long story.
So I would say the distance should never have happened.
It shouldn't have happened.
That would have definitely. I don't want to 1000% say we wouldn't have had issues just because we were together.
It wouldn't have.
Would have prevented a lot of things from happening.
A lot of things from happening.
And number two, I think this part is kind of an advice. If you have good family members, you know that your parents want your best interest at heart, the family members want your best interest at heart, listen to them. Yeah.
So the thing is, your family is very, very important in your marriage.
Our parents were
like our parents.
If we did not have our parents,
no, I'm not sure.
You will be hearing a different story on this vlog.
Yeah. So maybe you'll be the only one doing these vlogs.
Most likely. So honestly, the distance should never have happened, but it has taught us severe life lessons. Like when I say severe, like those regular life lessons.
For me, if I'm moving, everlasting life if I'm moving to anywhere, if my wife is not coming with me, we are
except if it's short term or
maybe I'm going for work for 1 month, or you are going for, that's another thing. But like relocation, I don't advise it for anybody. I don't know how it works for other people, but for us, the way we are designed,
don't create too much distance. But some couples make it work.
Yeah, but people are different. For us, the way we are configured, the way we are. And
I also think like in the space we were when I was leaving,
the space
distance should not have also added to it.
We just had a big issue in Nigeria, and we're just recovering. We just went for counseling.
Yeah, we had just come off of therapy, counseling, and everything. So we were just starting to build again. And then I now left.
You traveled.
So but we can't really blame ourselves, because I left thinking, okay, we'll work on it, and then series of things just started happening. And so honestly,
the thing is,
that distance should never have happened.
No,
but it has brought us to where we are.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to say I'm grateful for the lessons that we learned, but sometimes I also want to say I wish we didn't even have to learn those lessons. I wish we just had a fairy tale or just.
So the way I look at it, if we didn't learn that lesson,
bro, I didn't need to learn any of those lessons.
Wait,
please.
I'm coming. You didn't need to learn, but you don't know. My mindset is God cannot bring you through something and you're out for no reason.
That's why I feel like one day would actually
you will know,
give an in-depth story.
No, and apart from that, one day you will really know why
you went through that. But I also feel like somebody needs to learn from whatever our story has been. I don't believe that we went through that just for us, but there's definitely
people
we have to pour out. We have to pour into
somebody. People, so,
at some point in time, not right now, but at some point in time. We just wanted to answer that question of how did we cope with the distance. We don't have an inspiring motivational super story to tell you. I was always calling him every day, and he was no.
Call.
This is not one of those. It was not one of those sweet.
It was not
stories.
Long distance. Four things we did.
We were watching Netflix together.
Watch movies
every weekend. We were going on dates, even though it was this. It was none of that. So
it was none of that.
TLDR.
Which one is TLDR?
Don't argue with my English. I had A1 in English. I scored the highest in IELTS.
Well done.
Speak for yourself.
You
had F9 in English.
No, C6. That was what I did.
And you're proud to say it.
Yes, C6.
Your children will watch this video.
I wrote it myself. I didn't copy.
See, I always no wonder. I've always told Casey, you have a problem with English. Yes. Now I know.
But people understand me when I speak.
I don't know. I'm just struggling to understand
everywhere
you. You always break into pidgin. Anyways, back to what we're saying.
So
TLDR. How did we survive with the distance? Number one,
let me even say we didn't even survive.
Exactly.
The distance shouldn't have happened. We were not configured to be in distance.
And it happened at the wrongest time.
It happened at the wrong time.
Yeah,
it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened.
So yeah, we just wanted to answer that question. That question was literally the only question we got from the Q&A.
That was the only question you got?
Yeah, so on our small Instagram with 300 followers. But I wasn't even expecting anybody to reply, to be honest, because it's been such a long time that we posted anything. So I'm just
Instagram,
nobody really cares anymore. But like, you're pulling up and liking, sharing, commenting. Y'all are so sweet.
Please, guys follow subscribe to our YouTube page. Please, we are begging, subscribe.
Oh, this one that you said, when I call you for video now, because to get this.
No, I'm always available for videos. I'm always available. We're going to be throwing more vlogs. Like on Tuesday, we'll do a vlog as we are going out.
Anywho, we wanted to get that out of the way and drop something for you guys for today, and we will catch you guys in the next video. Period.
Which one is TDR?
I beg, stop TDRs.
Let's shoot.
Finally, is he recording?
He's recording.
Make sure.
I say he's recording.
Just check.
He's recording. Maybe I'm the one that check it now.
Don't yell at me. I would not tolerate such behavior. 1, 2, 3. Can you introduce this video? Like, give me energy. Give me energy. What is this, what is this? Excuse me, we don't do that over here.
It's been like 3 years since we filmed like this.
A sit down video?
Yeah.
I know you missed it.
Let's go.
Let's 1, 2, 3, go.